It would be interesting, I think, for a student of African history to trace the Benin sculpture. The Benin sculpture in Nigeria has influenced European art. Mogliani, Braque, Picasso have admitted, I don't mean to imply that they had to admit, but they have said, in fact, that their art, that the new art that they devised in the early 1900s was influenced by the Benin and the Yoruba sculpture. The Yoruba are also in Nigeria.
Right, what Maya Angelou has said here will shock many Nigerians and Africans generally if they were to know just how far back it applies and how widely it applies. A lot of what we see today, even in the science fiction movies, you'll be shocked. They drew their inspiration directly from African artworks. The Benin artworks, the Yoruba, Ife, artworks, the twins, that I think, what's the name of this art form that is made from wooden forms, where it has two faces, one facing each side, and all sorts of, and those funny shaped heads, the elongated heads. You look at so many of these movies, look at Wakanda, you actually have borrowed ideas from there. So the Western, even in the digital space that we're in now, a lot of the science fiction movies are actually borrowing ideas from African artworks, Yoruba artworks, Benin artworks. It will be shocking to you. I have interacted with many African Americans who have been studying these things for decades, and they've shown me proof. You will see the similarities are shocking, but many Africans do not even study their history, and so they do not know, and therefore we do not even respect ourselves. You see, their artists drew inspiration from us, but they never readily upfront volunteered the information that was where their inspiration was from. It was when those who did research it now got to the point where they saw the similarities and saw that it couldn't be by accident that they were asked, and then of course they admitted it. They didn't deny it, but they didn't lead with that information when they created their so-called new art forms. You understand? And that's significant. It shows that we ourselves are the originators of many of these things, and that explains why their museums continue to house a lot of our artwork created by our ancestors, who they called barbarians, who they called uneducated, uncivilized. Yet their own ancestors have nothing in their museums. They don't have anything belonging to their ancestors in their museums. That tells you a lot. Let your children understand their history so that they can be proud of who they are, and they can understand that they can also originate qualitative artwork because it's in their genes. We need to know that. We need to tell our kids that, so that we stop thinking that these guys are better than we are. We're actually just as good as they are, if not better. But if we don't know that, if we don't know our history, then we continue to think that we're lesser than they are. We are not.